My father disowned me at his retirement dinner, but my husband's revenge left everyone begging for mercy. When your own blood spits you out like a bitter pill, you learn real fast who's truly family, and who's about to witness the most savage payback in the history of last names. Last Saturday, my father, Harold Sinclair, a man who spent 40 years commanding respect in New York's corporate jungle, invited the entire city elite to his grand retirement dinner at the prestigious Waldorf Astoria. Chandeliers glittered, violins played, champagne overflowed, and I, his only daughter, dared to show up in a dress my mother left me before she died. Everything was perfect until Harold raised his glass, cleared his throat, and called for silence. Then, with a smirk that could freeze hell, he pointed at me and declared, "This disgrace is not my real daughter. She is the biggest shame to the Sinclair name. Get out." Gasps. Whispers. My stepmother smirked. My half-brother filmed it, ready to post it online. And I stood there, burning in silent humiliation. But before I could turn to run, my husband, Luke, calmly stood up, clinked his fork against a wine glass, and said in a voice so calm, it made everyone stop breathing, "Since we're airing family secrets tonight, let's add a few more, shall we?" Luke slid a USB stick into the projector. The giant screen flickered, and then, boom, emails, bank transfers, photos, a detailed confession. My mighty father, the respected Harold Sinclair, had been laundering company funds through a fake orphanage in Guatemala for 15 years. He embezzled millions. He cheated shareholders. He bribed auditors. And worst of all, he hid behind the face of a generous philanthropist. The entire ballroom fell into chaos. Guests screamed. Phones recorded. The company's CEO fainted. And Harold? He stood frozen, mouth opening and closing like a fish ripped out of water. Luke pulled me close, whispering, "I told you. No one humiliates my wife and walks away smiling." Security dragged Harold out in handcuffs by the time the NYPD arrived. Tip courtesy of Luke. Turns out, my sweet husband was not just a loving man. He was a corporate fraud investigator, and he had built this ironclad case for months, just waiting for the perfect stage. When reporters asked me how I felt about losing my father, I smiled and said, "I didn't lose a father tonight. I gained my freedom and reminded the world that real family never betrays you." As for Harold Sinclair, he's trading tailored suits for an orange jumpsuit and a cellmate named Big Tony. And me? I'm building an empire with Luke by my side, one loyal heart at a time. If you love savage revenge, jaw-dropping twists, and true stories that make your enemies think twice before crossing you, hit that subscribe button right now. This is just the beginning.